Hey everybody, Joe Haygood here, aka mclazyj. We're back. And I'm hoping I get this right. We're going to be playing some Blade Runner. So I threw my back out over the weekend and it's been painful. So yeah. So hopefully this works. Yep, there it goes. It might be loud. Give it a second and I'll adjust the volume. I'll talk about it more here in just a second. Straight out of the movie.
I'm leaving now.
Lucy, my sweet.
I cleaned out the tiger cage and sorted all the meal bins. So, if it's all right, it's my turn to fix dinner.
Haven't you forgotten something, little one? Just one little thing.
Mr. Runser, please.
It's been a very long day.
I don't want to.
Now, Lucy, I thought we'd settled this last week. Don't let's forget who pays your salary. We're closed. Come back tomorrow. Wait! I haven't finished with you. I told you we're closed.
We're not here to buy, little man. We've come to sell.
You can't possibly have anything to interest me. These are extremely rare animals of the highest quality.
What a coincidence. So am I. That is the price for humility.
Oh, please, don't.
And what else might we interest you in today, sir? Perhaps some virtue?
Not my animals, please. I'm begging you.
But what of honor, little man? At what price? Honor.
Oh my God, no! That tiger is the rarest specimen ever seen.
Tiger, tiger, burning bright. The forest of the night.
BR 61661, report to precinct headquarters, code 3, repeat code 3.
I was just finishing up my 12 out on patrol when I got the call. Welcome relief considering that the most action I'd seen all night was a schizoid grandmother doing the shimmy in her underwear in the 2nd sector.
BR 61661, report to division headquarters, code 3, repeat code 3.
Last time I had a 3 was when some hooker vomited Thunderbird on Bryant's desk, and yours truly led the cleanup crew. Year and a half on the job, it was still the dirtiest work I'd seen. Where's Captain Bryant?
Took a sick day. Got himself a heinous case of ptomaine poisoning. He asked me personally to run the unit in his absence.
Gouza was one of the old-time guys who took their knocks in the streets. He had a friendly way about him, but you didn't want to turn your back on him if you were less than a friend.
Hope you've been enjoying your leisure time, kid, because it's time to take that thumb out of your ass.
Hallelujah.
Don't get too excited. The other Blade Runners are all jammed up. Holden's sucking dinner through a straw. Gaff's working the Tyrell break-in, and Steele's working special undercover. Looks like you got this one by default.
You really know how to make a girl feel wanted.
Animal murder done at Runsiter Zoological. Probably just be a schizoid glitz, but we got the call. Old man Runsiter lost something like 1 billion chinions worth.
10 to 1, this ain't a job for Rep Detect.
You got something better to do? Perfect your French cooking, maybe?
Slumming tonight, Slim?
I thought you were on special assignment.
Wasn't too damn special after I had the suckers out.
What happened?
Couple of fours were masquerading as fibroplast insulators down at Kaiser. I dressed up like a nurse, they never had a chance.
I'll bet. You put him on the machine?
Hell no! There's a beautiful little thing in here called the magic, and it ain't ever been wrong. You develop it, you got a brilliant career ahead of you.
I'm working on it.
What's Gouza got you doing tonight?
AM at Runsiter's.
Animal murder. Oh, those skin jobs got no respect for anything that truly lives and breathes. And that goddamn Eldon Tyrell ought to be zipped into a body bag and flushed into deep space.
Get rid of him, we'd be out of a job.
I think we're all overdue for a little off-world paid vacation. You can stop staring at my ass now.
You got eyes in the back of your head?
All you gotta do is ask, Slim.
Animal sales was a profitable and prestigious business since most real animals had died out after the Terran War. There were plenty of electric ones, though, powered by rechargeable batteries.
Always you pick up
No self-respecting human would own one of those frauds.
Cái đồ ăn ở đó rất là ngon.
Hold it right there.
Okay. So I think I have it at a good volume. Okay, so...
Find something?
Piece of chrome.
From a car?
No, I think it's horse chrome. Bag it and tag it.
Hmm.
What do you know?
About 30 counts of animal murder and one of aggravated assault. The shop's been thrashed. You ought to see this tiny car. It's a goddamn tragedy.
How's old man Russ?
Hey.
State of shock. He's been moaning and complaining about his world caving in.
You'd feel the same way. If
How you doing, Tender Scare? Hopefully the game sounds alright.
These two bloody footprints all over the scene.
Must be a delightful sight.
Mấy giờ tôi phải tới đó đó. Ông đó đang nhìn mình.
I had to play with the volume a lot. When it first started, it was blaring. It's a DOS game, so it kind of wants to beat to its own drummer.
Find anything else out here?
Zilcho. Row actions inside. Abstract art. All over the walls and ceiling.
I never did appreciate art.
You're gonna get cluttered noises as always with me. Nope, I'm not home. I am definitely at work. I wish I was at home. I threw my back out yesterday, so that's been fun.
Ông đó đang nhìn mình.
Nothing even remotely interesting, but hell, if I was going to root through trash, my expectations weren't too high. Scratches and paint flecks, and I knew what they meant. Unless the city had bought a jet black fire truck, somebody had a big fat traffic ticket coming.
I already checked for a crowbar, some kind of tool. No luck, but it looks like we've got some latents.
Make sure the lab boys run them through the mainframe, human and rep.
Tôi rất mong á, anh Lan làm nhanh đi. Ông đó đang nhìn mình.
Canvass the area. Maybe somebody had his eyes open.
I'm on it.
Đồ ăn ở đó rất là ngon.
Let's go inside.
Judging from the distance between the prints, I was looking for two
So-
very big men. One dragged his right foot, indicating a possible injury or lameness. The other appeared a lot more controlled, graceful even. Quite a pair.
This might be a terrible thing for me to ask. Intent to scare. But I wonder if you were alive when this game came out, because it was born. It was released in 1997.
Totally ruined.
Eh.
My precious one. She was my baby.
McCoy, LPD.
I'm absolutely certain Lucy Devlin was involved in this heinous act. She's the young girl who works for me.
She's responsible for all this mayhem?
No, of course not. It was two men acting in concert with her, obviously.
Aha.
Obviously. What'd they look like?
Big,
Yeah,
scary,
1997.
absolutely
I kind of
benevolent.
forget how. All right. I was teasing because normally when I start thinking about old games, it's like although 1989, depending on the time of year, I was either in end of my junior year or beginning of my senior year of high school, so that's kind of telling.
Can you think of anything they might have been after?
First, I thought they wanted money, but I don't keep any in the shop. Then I thought they wanted to steal my animals, but they started executing them.
Could they have been replicants?
Who else would be capable of such barbaric acts?
Who else would
my
be best?
animals.
You ever do any business with the replicant manufacturers, Tyrell Corporation?
I resent that accusation.
Just wondering.
Officer, last May I personally sold Governor Colvig an exquisite Bergeron colt.
I'm not
I
off
have
the
been
top
a
of
guest
my
at his
head,
house
but I'm
on
sure
3
I'll
separate
remember it.
occasions. Do
I don't really
look
want to
like
say it
I
on
need
stream
to
because, you know,
carry
I don't want to
artificial
give
product?
hackers or anybody else any more information than they need to know.
Tell me about this Lucy.
Tell me about this
There's
Lucy
not a lot I
character
can
that you're
tell you.
complaining
She's
about.
only worked for me for about a month. She's about 14 years old with pink hair. A very attractive young thing.
How'd you find her?
She came to me with a reference from Ogilvy's in the Northwest Zone. And he's a very reputable
Ogilvy's.
wholesaler.
You treat her well?
As well as any young tot should be treated.
She got a desk? Or someplace where she worked?
She used to eat over there. I'm ruined. Totally ruined.
See if you can dig up that reference from Ogilvy's.
Yes, it's somewhere here. Just a moment.
Get me that letter, bro.
Here you are. My precious one. She was my baby.
You got any discs from that camera?
It's irrelevant. Those murderers also destroyed the camera. Thousands of Jinyens worth.
Maybe it photographed them before they shot it out.
I guess you've got a point at that.
Get me the disc, bro.
I believe this is the disc from last night.
Peachy.
Let's see.
I'm ruined. Totally ruined.
Aha.
Big caliber, possibly off-world combat weaponry. Ballistics might give me a fix on it.
So, Time to Scare, I don't know how big you are into pop culture.
All my animals.
Or award shows for that matter, but do you have any opinions on Will Smith smacking the shit out of Chris Rock on national TV? Because I thought it was hilarious. I can't believe that I happened to tune in at the time that happened. Okay, so that must be Lucy's desk. I mean, he did. He straight up smacked the shit out of that man. That's not right. That's not what you do to a grown man. Let's see. What do we got here?
A toy dog.
Huh, a toy dog.
A candy bar. Yuck. Well, isn't that cute?
Ah. Yeah, I have YouTube TV, so that's how we watch it. Although it was really weird watching it on the American feed because it was like it looked like something clipped, all the audio disappeared for like 20, 30 seconds. And my wife was like kind of looking at it, telling me like, she thought, is there something wrong with the audio? And I was like, no, I don't think so. And we then backed it up, and that's when we kind of saw part of what happened, and we're like, okay, that got weird. Oh, wait a minute, what's that?
Howie Lee's in Chinatown. I'd eaten there myself.
I just noticed that right before I was leaving. Like, oh, there's something else on the ground there.
Howie Lee. Judging
About 30
Clearing
counts.
out.
scratch.
She came to me with I'm absolutely...
Big caliber.
There we go. Just clearing out some of that stuff. Yeah. It's just, I guess I look at it from a standpoint of, you know, up to this point, like, Will Smith has kind of had a reputation of being like an upstanding dude. Like, everyone speaks highly of him. He has a pristine image, you know, that kind of thing. So it was very out of character.
My precious one. She was...
We're fine with, like, showing someone blowing their head off, but if you say fuck or shit or show a nipple, that was the other thing. Towards the end of the broadcast, I picked up on this because my wife was like, why do they keep going back and forth to like the Oscars logo and then to Will and then the Oscar logo and then to Will? And I saw when that first happened, I was like, I know why that's happening. I think it was either Venus or Serena Williams. Her tit was hanging almost, was pretty much coming out of her dress. And they weren't having any of that. So I was like, oh, that's what's happening. Alright, where's the cop guy? And I get it, but you know, the problem is at the end of the day,
She saw that kid who worked for Runciter hanging around with a big fat...
there's better ways to handle it.
Find anything else out here?
This guy lives across the street. Says he heard a crash late last night. Looked out his window and saw a black sedan speeding away from the scene.
It doesn't gain him any favor. And the thing is, like, look, comedians are always going to take pot shots. They've done that time and time again at the Oscars. Comedians always take swipes at the audience. Come on. No, I get it, but it's like, come on. Yeah. And like I said, I don't think either one of them handled it, apparently well. It's like, look, I understand. Jada Pinkett Smith suffers from alopecia. The thing is, if you watch the broadcast, if you watch the whole thing, like where he made the joke, initially Will Smith kind of laughs, kind of chuckles. His wife kind of rolls her eyes. And then that's when it all started to go sideways. And
Find anything else out here?
Zilcho. Row actions inside. Abstract art. All over the walls and ceiling.
okay. Let's jump in the spinner. I get it. That's not right. If you know somebody's suffering from conditions, you shouldn't use that in your routine. But I will also go on record as saying, look, man, well, and like I said, the camera pans away after that. So I don't know if like Jada said something to him, or if she had a emotional response that wasn't on camera that we didn't see, and maybe at that point he saw like, oh, this isn't cool. But it's like, even then, it's like, all right, man, give it dispute. You take it up at another point. Because here's the problem. At that point, number one, Questlove got screwed because it was his category where he was winning an award, and that whole thing went completely off the rails during his award. So here's a man that put together a great documentary about the Black Music Festival in 1967, 68, and it's completely gone. You know what I mean? Like, he can't get that moment back of being able to say, I won this award, and it's cool. You know, because he's just sort of like, I don't know what to do. You know what I mean?
Laboratory.
It's just a bad situation all around for everybody involved. Because at that point, it's like, okay.
Got anything new for me, Dino?
I was wondering when you'd show your mug around here, McCoy. The shell casings from Runciter should be in the Museum of Military History.
How's that?
They're from an Ender rifle. It's standard issue off-world military hardware. Heavy caliber. That puppy can punch right through a tank.
What can I conclude from that?
Whoever used this piece didn't just walk into their local sporting goods store and buy it.
You know, so like I said, that's kind of a weird thing. Could you give me all the...
We got the animal corpses from Runciter's, but there wasn't a whole lot to work with.
Bone marrow?
About 50% were real, the rest were fakes.
So, Runciter was ripping his customers off.
State-of-the-art fakes. Miles beyond the crap you see on Anamoid Row.
The kind that comes from legit manufacturers?
They're the ones that usually produce the quality.
What about the wounds?
Most of them were shot point blank, but we're looking at some others. Sloppy cuts with a knife, like the perp was really pissed off at something.
Butcher knife?
Could be, but who cuts meat anymore?
Nice bunch of reps I'm tailing. Hope you're not pulling a meat cleaver out of my back next week.
And then, like I said,
anything
he took
else?
away from his own
That
award,
black
too.
paint you found on the fire hydrant? It's from a ground car.
You sure?
The angle of impact was almost head-on. And there ain't too many spinner drivers klutzy enough to smack a street-level hydrant in VTOL mode.
I heard your wife got her license back.
You're a real
And I
funny
get it.
guy, McCoy.
I understand. I don't take kindly of people making fun of, if they try to make fun of my wife.
That piece of chrome you found outside of Runciter's is from a 1995 Pontiac.
Nice set of wheels.
But I also know,
Okay, not what I call a classic.
you take somebody aside and you give them what's what at that point. Number one, this happened on live TV. Theoretically, he could have been arrested for assault and battery. I mean, it's not like we didn't have visual evidence of what happened. And I guess the LAPD at least did
Anything
talk
else?
to Chris Rock.
Zip, man. Try me later.
So... So they definitely did at least talk to Chris Rock and say, like, ask him possibly about pressing charges. So that's something.
Violent street crime in the city rose again last year by a whopping 26%, according to the latest figures from the Department of Justice. Governor Kolvig attributed the change to the dramatic increase in the number of specials registered as city residents and promised a tough new set of standards for the City Immigration Bureau by next month.
Well, if it ain't Ray McCoy, Bryant finally let you play with the big boys.
My clearance come through?
You bet. You bring your piece?
Don't leave home without it.
Steele's been running the maze every other day for 2 weeks, and the targets are getting a little roughed up.
I thought Gouza was going to requisition some new ones.
I ain't seen him down here in a month. Guess he's been busy.
Poor guy. I bet he gets all tuckered out from pushing those papers around.
And don't sell him short, McCoy. Gouza could be one tough hombre. I remember when we worked mice together. He poured acetone on 2 pimps that gave us some lip and lit a match. I'll tell you, it looked like the goddamn 4th of July out there.
That seems like police brutality.
You keeping busy, pal?
Nah, the place has been pretty quiet the last couple of days.
Hit the lock, Jack.
I guess there ain't no harm in it.
Target and shoot all threats. Do not shoot innocents. Confirm target as hostile before shooting.
Okay. Okay. Trying to see if I can hit all these targets. Let's see how we did. It's hard to tell. What's the right target and what's not. All right. Oh shit, where's my gun at? Where's my gun at? Oops, I shot a civilian.
Completed sequence. Proceed to next station.
I didn't know how to draw my gun.
sequence.
Try not to shoot
Next
the...
station.
Okay, how do I exit? Oh, there we go. Over there. Run, brother. Damn. Oops.
Completed all sequences. Proceed to exit.
Let's see how we did. How did we do on the leaderboard? Did we manage to beat anybody? Oh my god, I got a minus 13? Oh, that's painful. I shot too many civilians and I think I took too many shots. I think that's the other problem. Alright, let's try this out.
Scanning video disk. 2 enhanceable images found. Adding enhanceable photographs to Kaya database. Run sitter crime scene.
Okay. And that's that guy. Where's... I'm trying to find, let's see. Oh, is that her? Huh. That's the best you can do, huh? There we go.
It's some kind of insect. Give me a hard copy of that.
Yeah, it's a weird thing. I'll be the first to admit.
Hello there, Lucy. Give me a hard copy of that.
We got Lucy.
A sushi menu from Howie Lee's. Give me a hard copy of that.
Good old Howie Lee's.
Run sitter, crime.
Good thing about playing a game like this is, you know, in the past, is you kind of remember things. I don't remember all of it, but I remember a little bit of it. Am I gonna get lucky enough to get this guy's face? Yes.
He looks familiar. Give me a hard copy of that.
Give me a hard copy of that.
Muddy boots. Guess he's from out of town. Give me a hard copy of that.
Give me a hard copy of that, bro. Let's get that license plate if we got one.
Local license plate. Give me a hard copy of that.
What's funny is to think that this game is taking place in November of 2019, like the movie did, and and it's like, you know, we just recently passed whatchamacallit, God, I can't think of that. Blade Runner Day. That's what they call it. Okay, I got the license plate. Okay, that's nothing. Just the back end of the car. We might be able to get an idea of what make it is.
A black ground car. Looks like it's been around the block a few times. Give me a hard copy of that.
Well, yeah.
Uploading personal clue database. Downloading mainframe clue database.
Okay.
Clue database transfer complete. Uploading personal clue database.
Damn it, that's not what I wanted to do.
Downloading mainframe clue database.
Sorry, I screwed that up. Ow, 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 ow. Oops, I don't want to do this. I already did. Okay, so...
Old copies of case files, notices, and memos. The usual station junk.
Our minus 13 is so bad. Okay, we don't need to go in there. We don't need to go in there. It's
Lucky
cigarette.
Strikes. Crystal's brand. I knew she was spending a lot of time in the training maze these days, even though she'd already gotten close to a perfect score.
Time to head to the first floor. Run! 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 What's funny is this right here. This is modeled in, this was filmed in Union Station. In real life, in 1983, or 82, when Blade Runner was being filmed, it was filmed in Los Angeles Union Station. I've literally walked these halls a million times. And the old paper ticket discs, which all of it's cordoned off now because you don't buy paper tickets anymore. Everything's paid for from ticket machines. But the old ticket counters that they had, they built an office in the corner, which is where they filmed the scene where Deckard goes to talk to his boss. And that building, that little shack that they built, is still there to this day. So it's kind of neat. Anyways, I just thought that was really neat. Okay, so that's me. So oh yeah. So see, this office right here was built for the movie. These were the ticket desks. It's a fascinating thing because you actually go in, see where that back window is. You're actually walking. That's going to be to your right as you walk through the terminal. Anyways, I just thought that was neat stuff to know. This is the guy we're talking to, Garza.
Bryant go on permanent leave and you get full use of the office, Lieutenant?
You know the procedure. Dump it all in the mainframe upstairs and I'll read it later.
You got it.
Which I did. I'm glad that I spent all that time coming down to talk to you about that. That was a wasteful event, shall we say. So, I got about another 5 minutes. I'm going to try to finish the police station, and then we'll get back up to the roof, and then we'll probably save it. Now, let's see. I'm going to look at something real quick.
This woman says she saw that kid who worked for Runciter hanging around with a big fat guy last week. This guy lives across the street. Says he heard a crash late last night. Looked out.
It's some kind of insect.
Most of them were shot point blank, but we're looking at some that black paint you found on the shell casings from Runciter.
Muddy boots. Guess he's... Howie Lee.
I think I'm missing something. Oh, I see. Okay, so we do have... I just have to go to the right screen.
This is Crystal Steel, badge number BR61354. Still working the explosion at the Tyrell manufacturing plant. It'll take a day or so to analyze the debris, but there's no doubt in my mind that we're dealing with a bomber here. Right now, it looks like the protesters had nothing to do with it. They were in too close proximity to have been in on the deal. No MOs or identities are rolling up just yet, and I'm still going through the inset files to see if any replicant munitions experts are unaccounted for. This is Crystal Steel badge number BR61354, conducting the interrogation of Spencer Gregorian, leader of CARS, Citizens Against Replicant Slavery, November 22nd, 2019.
I once again asked that my attorney...
Shut it, shitbird. I'm asking the questions. We've already put you on a machine, so we know you're not a skin job.
That term offends me.
Okay, so you're not one of those biomechanical scumbags, and you claim to not know anything about the bombing at Tyrell.
This is true. We advocate equal rights under the law for replicants. We have nothing against Tyrell Corporation for creating them.
That's some sick logic.
The replicants are living organisms, whether people like you like it or not. Replicants contribute greatly to the economic well-being of our culture. They cannot be discounted as such.
Hell, it'd be no skin off my nose if each and every one of them was hosed down for good. You ever see this guy?
Why, yes. Actually, I have. He was present at the protest. He's not part of our group, but outsiders are usually welcome.
And cars
How
are
many
Kia.
faces showed up that day?
Not too many. A handful at most.
Describe them to me.
I don't know if I can.
Oh no. Recording off.
Uh-oh.
Describe them for me again.
There was that Rastafarian fellow, and one of our ex-members showed up.
Who's that?
A Japanese man named Izo.
Why'd you get rid of him?
We're a pacifist organization, and we have rules. One of them is no weapons allowed. Izo refused to check in a samurai sword at the door during meetings.
Where can I find this Izo?
He owns one of those little secondhand stores downtown.
Let me ask you a question. Who the hell bankrolls your operation?
Well, we have a number of anonymous donors, people with resources and sources.
Such as?
So anonymous, even I don't know who they are.
I almost believe you.
I almost believe you. Damn. Son?
Are they letting me out?
I'm not the one who makes that decision.
I suppose it's my turn to bear the cross for the cause.
Yes, it is.
You're Spencer Gregorian, right?
No. I really think my lawyer should be here.
I got some more questions for you. Tell me about your protest at Tyrell's plant.
I already told that other detective everything. Under duress.
I want to know about the people who were there. The Rastafarian and the Asian guy with the sunglasses.
I didn't know the Rastafarian. The Asian fellow was one of our ex-members. Izo was his name.
How long did you know him for?
Let's see. I met him about 5 years ago. He seems so
I remember
balanced.
playing this game in
He really
'97 and saying it was the most state-of-the-art thing.
Then
It was
what?
so shipped on like 5 CDs, and I was like,
The more militant
damn.
factions. I was astounded when I heard he was supplying weapons to some of them.
You know,
What
it's
kind
like
of weapons?
1.5,
Guns so new that
1.8
even the police had
gigabytes of
hardly
data.
used
You're
them,
just like, damn, it's so much data. Do I have enough room to install that? Of course, now you laugh at that, but, you know, it's
I
fun.
got some more questions for you. Lot of people involved in your cause? Spencer?
Yes, sir, we're growing fast. As more and more people realize that replicants have cognitive and emotional legitimacy, the Citizens Against Replicant Slavery will spearhead the movement towards...
Save the pitch for someone who gives a shit.
We're peaceful people, Detective.
That's fine.
We live by a code that men
No
like
one's
you
upset
could
about you
never
being a
understand.
peaceful protest.
Try me.
2 centuries ago, humans were held in slavery. Brave souls formed an underground railroad.
So, you help replicants escape the city.
I'm talking figuratively, Detective.
Sure you are.
We're not children, Detective. We have resources. The
We have
world is
resources. We have
changing.
money.
People are waking up to the injustices perpetrated by a sick society that you have helped...
A lot of them will wake up dead if reps are allowed to run amok on Terra, jerk.
Anything else? Foot comp?
I'm gonna give you a little test.
The other detective, she already tested me earlier today.
Uh-huh. Look, I gotta check out the equipment, and you're the only stiff around.
I object to this treatment. If you'll just call my lawyer, he'll take care...
Your lawyer would tell you I got the authority to VK the mayor if I want. And he'd have to smile and nod and kiss my butt until I cleared him. So sit down. Reaction time is a factor in this, so please pay attention. Where do you live?
3rd sector, uptown.
Nice neighborhood?
Very. Is this going to take long?
Just keep your pants on, Spencer. What do you do for a living?
I teach political science.
What's your name?
Spencer Gregorian. I really think my lawyer should be here.
Just keep your pants on, Spencer.
Test terminated.
Okay. No point in hanging around.
Roof.
Let's put us in our next location, and then we'll call it a day, because we're going to go to Chinatown, because we're looking for that guy that we just talked about. They do a great job capturing the kind of the look and the feel of the Blade Runner franchise.
Real sushi was a luxury reserved only for the elite, since most sea life had become radioactive after the Third Terran War. The rest of us had to eat new sushi, soya mixed with off-world lichen.
All right, let's save our game here. So boom, boom, boom. Oh shit. Well, that's interesting. Oh, because I didn't give it a name. Duh. Whoops, didn't mean to do that.
Animal. There were plenty of no self-respecting human would own one of those.
As I accidentally start up a new game. Which I think is hilarious. No, I didn't lose anything because I saved my game, so I'm not too worried. But that's going to do it for us. I'm going to go ahead and switch over here to... And I need to... There we go. So yeah, that's gonna do it for me. I want to thank everybody that came by. I appreciate it. We're gonna be back on... We'll probably have a stream tonight. I haven't decided on what I'm gonna play yet. I wanted to play Martha is Dead, but for some reason I cannot get that game to load on the Xbox One X. Last night I let it sit for 15 minutes and it never loaded. I don't know why, but I'm gonna go ahead and play that on Friday night, where I can play it on the Xbox Series X, where it opens fine. You know, it is Series X enabled, but it just seems very weird. I was able to play it one day and then not the next. So, and only on the One X. I even tried loading the save on the Series X just to see, like, hey, can I load it out here? And it loads fine. So, I don't know. I've thought about maybe trying to delete the save that's local, which I have. No, I have done that, and it didn't fix it. So, anyways, we'll pick something tonight that we can play. Maybe I'll load the Series X in there, and we'll do that. Or I might even try doing some Last of Us tonight, just for the hell of it. But I thought about doing Cyberpunk 2077 tonight, just to kind of flip things around a little bit. But we'll see what works. But until next time, thanks everybody for watching. Have a great evening, and we'll be back on... what day will we be back? Like I said, tonight, and then we'll try to do a stream tomorrow. It depends. If I do, it'll be early, because I don't have I have a work thing that's going to have to happen at 2:00. It's going to keep me busy for about 2 hours before that. So anyways, till then, thanks everybody for watching. Have a great evening. Bye now.